Hi guys, Shamian here. Showing a demo of the singeing of the leaves or the making it pliable for the pastels. I am doing a whole pastel video. It's going to be short because I got a lot of questions about it. So this is us showing you all how we go about doing the pastels. You know, it's our own way of doing it. Some people may not agree, but this is our way. And the green fig, this is fresh fig leaf by the way. The green fig leaf must be, you must pass it over fire in order to use it in the pastels, right? So this is just it with us doing the singeing of the leaves, and this is just it. So now I'm moving on to the cooking of the beef and the putting together of the actual dough and whatnot for you all to see, right? All right. So for you all, I'm going to do the dough now. So for you all, I'm going to do the dough. This is 1 pack of pamosa cornmeal. In other videos, I called it corn flour. Sorry, that was my mistake, and I like to correct myself. So this is the pamosa corn flour. This is 1 pack. You will get roughly about 80 balls. With this pack, I put some oregano, right? Dehydrated ones, dry oregano in it, a little bit because it's going to look crazy if you put too much, and some red pepper flakes, right? I put some in the dough, right? This is some tempered water, hot and cold water mix, because you don't want it top temperature, it's not going to work. And this is oil. I am not using all this oil. This measuring cup measures 4 cups in total. So I am going to start by making a well in the middle of the dough, right? Keep in mind it's warm water. That's the well there. I might use about 2 cups of this oil. My pastel is not for the faint of heart. If you are health freak, you might not, or a very health conscious person, you might not want to eat a lot of pastels, right? So this is the process that we go to get the dough prepared for the pastel. This is the process. It doesn't matter because I've already put a lot of oil in there. You want a nice dough. I'm not using my hands. Well, of course, you all could tell that. Some people will use their hands, but I have one nails, and, you know, for hygiene purposes and things like that, I'm not using my hands. This works just as fine, eh? Pot spoon. Some people might think, how she could use a pot spoon to do that? But let me tell you all, when you're doing commercial food, you don't touch the food at all. It's always the big machine, the babats, and those big ones that, you know, come into contact with the food. So this is quite fine. I'm using a regular pot spoon. You see, eh? Regular pot spoon. Yeah? Yeah. So it's almost there where I want it to be. I'll show you all just a little bit more. Not, you see, I always tell you all, you could always add water, you cannot take away. So you realize that I didn't dump all the water, right? I didn't dump all the water. So I'm gonna put just a little bit more oil. And don't think the oil wasn't incorporated, because it was. Remember, oil and water don't ever mix, eh? So please remember that. We're going in to put a little more oil. I'll say about a tablespoon of oil, probably. I'm not even done using 2 cups of oil as yet, believe it or not. So this was roughly 1 cup and something of oil used in this dough, right? I still want it a little more together and combine on this, so yeah. Yeah, so this is it. In my kitchen today I have company, but the company, you all would not be seeing the company, just so you all not seeing me. I have Hannah here with me, Auntie Hannah, my kid's Auntie Hannah, right? So, all the way from Central, yeah? So, she's laughing. So, this is what we're looking for. I think at this stage I will touch the dough, right? My hand is clean. I triple wash my hand and quadruple and name it. At this point, I will get my hands in the dough. My hand is clean. You all know, I always tell you all, it's not just about being able to cook. It's about safety and people trusting you their lives, and you knowing how to be honest and understand that it's just that, and trust. You must not take trust for granted if people want you to cook for them, right? So this is the dough. For those of you that wanted to know, you see the bright, lovely color the dough is, right? You are seeing the lovely color the dough is. It's not dark, or, you know, and you're not seeing too much of the oregano that I use, or the too much of the oregano that I use in it. You are not seeing that, or too much of the chili flakes. You're just seeing it coming through very lovely. So you see the dough is already, this is what you are looking for. This is what you are looking for. See this? This is what you are looking for. The sheen on my hand is lovely. The pastel will be moist. This is exactly what you're looking for. You see this? I'm just showing you all how it's holding together. Right? So this is what you are looking for. From here on with these balls, I'm just going through it quickly because I like the videos condensed. This is perfection. This is what you want for your pastel ball. You see my hand, there's a sheen. Sheen is really ridiculous. So this is it, guys. This is what you want. If it's falling apart, something is definitely wrong. If it's too sticky, something is wrong. But this is what you are looking for. In the water pitcher that I use, this probably hold about, that's probably about 4 cups, and we carried it up higher. We had it like up to here, so I guess about 4.5. But again, let's use wisdom, and you could always add your water to suit. So thank you. So you just want to be able to, but look at it. Watch, guys. Watch. Ooh, perfection. Watch at it. These things make me happy. These things make me really happy as a cook. You see this, me how happy I am with seeing this. Watch at it. Watch. It's lovely. So I'm going on to, as I was saying, I said that from here on with these balls, you want to make an oil bath. Yeah, what do I mean by that? So basically what I will do, I'm just showing you all them in my measuring cup. So from the time you do this, don't leave it sitting to the air, it will dry out. You're going to do this in a bowl full of oil. I'm just showing you them with my measuring cup because I'm pressed for time. I'm going to move on to cooking the beef to show you guys now, right? But this is what you are looking to do as you roll out your balls. Get it submerged in oil, in an oil bath, right? Yeah, so I'm moving on to the meat. It's time to move on. For the meat, we're going to use, it's okay to use from the same oil you all saw when I dumped it in, right? So I'm showing you all because kind of pressed for time. I want the video condensed. So we're moving on to the meat. I don't want too much of oil because the pastel bathing in oil, right? So that's about enough. That's a pot spoon of oil on average. In the processor here, we have the fresh seasoning. What was used in it? We use onions, about 3 small ones. They were lovely, very strong. 3 because they are fresh. 3 small onions, regular onions. We use 1 bundle of celery, 2 small bundles of shadow benny, about 10 or 12 large pimento pepper, about 5 cloves of garlic, and a scythe. That's what was used in this. It's fresh. I wish you all had smell-o-vision also. It really is lovely. Look at it. It's brilliant. The scent, just as you open it, it fills the kitchen, right? So this is the startup. And no, I don't season my meat before, and I don't use seasoning that is rest down. I don't like those things. So this is step 1 of the pastel, the meat prep, the filling of the pastel. So this is it. You all seen, right? This is minced beef. Look at the color. This is what you want when you buy minced beef. Don't let anyone fool you. You see the color. Once it's getting dark, it's starting to go down, right? It's not gonna be as good. So this is what you want, right? This beef is like lovely, and I'm going to use this beef Trinidad now. I know a lot of you might say, my God, she can't be Trinidad and she not seasoning things beforehand, especially her meat. Believe me, I am, and nobody knows the difference. Right? So you see the loveliness? Yeah. I'm not gonna put too much of water because minced beef don't take long to cook. And I don't want it to what I'm going to use in here too, just for intense flavor, depth of flavor, I'm going to use a little bit of, well, of course, salt and black pepper, the usual. Remember, I call all the seasoning combo ready for you guys, so nobody, I did call all the seasoning combo. I'm not putting too much of salt. It's regular iodized salt. I know I use a lot of kosher salt and sea salt, but in this video, guys, it's regular salt and black pepper, freshly ground black pepper. I ground it, that's why it's a little bit before pan, right? And I'm going to put a little bit of Maggi all purpose. Oh God, Maggi all purpose. That's all I use, right? So you all seen, right? Not much. We have people who can't eat salt, and for some reason beef is already salty all on its own. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, some of you might cook beef and realize it's always salty, but it's a very salty meat all by itself. You don't need to put too much salt in beef. Remember, I told you all that. Remember that. At this stage, I will add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. A little bit, nothing much. Just for depth of flavor, you know. Just for that. Some really good quality balsamic. Color Vita. I brought it by Price Smart. I don't know if they still have. I can't tell you all because I bought it about 3 months ago. So I'm going to put some balsamic vinegar. Going to sweeten it up a little bit and some nice depth of flavor. Right? And I will put water, of course, but not a lot. I said that. I won't be using. I'm going to put the raisins too, and I have capers. How could I forget? I have capers. The olives, I cut it in half, so this is about 3/4 cup of raisins. Right? So at this stage, that is going to go in. The capers are going to go in. And the capers, the raisins, I just waiting a little bit before I add the water. I'm going to use just water. If you have any stock, vegetable stock or beef stock, not chicken, and you want to add it, feel free. The flavor going to be more rich. I am not using ruku. Some people would not like this one bit. I am not using ruku in my pastels. Please, no. Right? And I won't be using any tomato ketchup or any tomato paste or any such things. I like to keep foods very close to nature as I can. Here is about, it's about 1/4 cup of capers, really. And you know, capers fine, really, it is, right? You see the mince, if I still have some reserve, it have to go in the refrigerator. Anytime you have poultry or anything remaining, you know what you need to do. Get it in the refrigerator one time. You all know I'm big on handling of food safety. It's first and foremost. So at this stage, you're gonna add the water and some chopped olives. You all won't see me adding the olives, but we are going to put that, some water and chopped olives, and we're gonna let it cook for a little while before starting the making of the pastel. I will do a subsequent video. I will do a video following this one to show you guys how I go about filling and folding the pastels. I would not be using only fig leaf in the pastels. I want to be honest, I'm just looking for the flavor, and because fig leaves is not something that we get a lot like we used to when we were younger, like back in the 90s, and so I just put enough of flavor when I'm steaming the pastels, and that's it. But I am going to use pre-cut foil over that. Yeah? So guys, this is it. I'm just going to put the water before I go. So this is it. Not much water. Watch out how much I'm putting. When that cook off, we are good. Remember, you can add, you cannot take away, and the beef is already, you know, you don't want it to, because even when it's going to steam the pastel, the beef going to do some more cooking, right? So by the time you cover this pot, you all know the covering of the pot going to cause some steam, and it's going to be good. It's going to be perfect. So this is it, guys. The olives I'm going to add soon, right? This is it, right? I'm going to do a video following this one to show you all the folding of the pastels and whatnot. Right, guys? I'll see you guys soon. Bye.